1190 AM, 107.5 FM.
There is a lot of talk going around about the housing market being in a recession right now. To find out if that's true, we are turning to real estate expert GP Theriot. Good morning, GP.
Good morning.
So let's ask the main question here right out of the gate. Has the housing market officially entered a recession?
That's the million-dollar question. It depends on who you talk to. All I can say is that we are seeing the housing market slow down. And really what that means to me is it's shifting back to the normal. It's been a crazy frenzy market for the past 2 years, if not 3 years. And housing prices, they're still holding steady right now. But, the intake for applications, if you look in the past month, is that it has definitely slowed down.
So, okay, you mentioned the numbers. What are the national prices telling us when it comes to home sales?
The numbers, well, right now, the intake for it was 21% in July. Which sounds big, but really, again, it's back to the
normal.
The normal. So, I think, the impact is, interest rates going up. It's got people, on the unknown fence, I guess. What do they do? And that's where it's really important to, see what the history is, on the data. And I can tell you, recession has actually been a positive for the home market, meaning, the last 6 recessions, 4 out of the 6, we've seen home prices appreciate, stay steady. So to me, it could be a positive thing if we did hit the recession.
So, okay, if you are a potential home buyer right now, then looking for good news, this is good news.
Absolutely. I think, the biggest thing is you've got to do your homework and see what you're comfortable with. I'm calling it rate proof. Be rate proof with your budget, meaning, with the current rates now, what are you comfortable with for home prices? The talk is when the Feds meet again in September, we're preparing to see another rate hike, and they're talking about, is it going to be 0.5% or 0.75%? And that's the big question. I personally think we'll probably see another 0.75 like we did this past month. So you're going to see rates go up here, I think, in the next 2 weeks, just because they're pricing in that, being prepared for the Fed fund rate to go up.
Well, then what about for the seller? We talked about the home buyer and this being pretty good news, but what about for the seller?
Yeah, the seller, they've got to adjust, I think they missed that window where they were getting these crazy prices, but now you're seeing the home prices, if it's priced right, the homes are selling fast again, but these ridiculous prices where they were at and people were willing to pay for it, those days are gone right now.
Yeah. What about, really quick before I let you go, GP, what about home builders? Overall, how, when it comes to the housing market being in a recession, how does that impact home builders?
Yeah, the permits, you're going to see that home builders pool has gone down drastically right now, especially for single family. I think a market that you really got to talk about is the rental market. You're seeing more home builders now look at multifamily homes because people, the rent is going up, meaning intake for people wanting to rent more because they're just afraid to buy homes because of all the bad negative information that's out there on home buying, so they're all turning to rent. But I think rent is not a good investment because that's only going to continue to go up just as high.
Really good information this morning, GP. As always, I love having you on the show.
Thanks so much. Have a great week.